Started his career as a staff photojournalist for the national news magazine Philippines Graphic before working as a freelance photojournalist for international newswire agencies including Agence France-Presse, Associated Press, Thomson Reuters, World Picture News, which is WPN, Getty Images, and Bloomberg News. He is the recipient of the 2008 Ian Parry Photojournalism Grant, and he attended also the 2013 Duke Swart Masterclass Program of the World Press Photo Foundation. His first photo book, Signos, co-published with Mapa Books, won the 2018 Invisible Photographer Asia Award. Let's all welcome visual journalist and Sinagarawan 2024 Photo Contest Head Judge, Mr. BJ Villafranca.
Good morning, everyone. Again, thanks for coming today. And thank you also for JTI for working with me again for this year's competition. The next few slides, I just wanted to, talk about, I'm sure, very well aware that all of you know how to interpret and select the images for this competition. But just for the sake of, for those who need a little bit more guidance, I prepared a few slides on how to visualize themes, no? For photo competitions or just generally for any use. No? If you're building a portfolio, starting a personal project, and so on. These are some of the tips that I can share coming from colleagues as well and other competitions that can help you. So ideally, visualizing a theme, basically it uses your knowledge in photography or the photographic language to capture an image that effectively represents or interprets a specific subject or concept provided by the contest organizers or for any specific use, as I mentioned earlier. So themes can vary widely from nature, landscape, to emotions, and social issues, or abstract concepts. Specifically for this year's theme, Sanang Likha, Sanang Diwa, I would say, at least for me personally, medyo abstract siya, no? Compared to last year's Pinoy Matibay. And also, medyo mas malapit yung theme last year to our lived experience, yung sabi ni Faith, coming from the pandemic, coming out of it. Medyo mas, I would say, inspiring and mas madali mag-relate at maghanap ng images to relate to the theme. So this year, medyo malawak siya, no? Pwede na natin gamitin yung ibang klaseng work, no? That we produced, and specifically for different camera clubs as well. Next slide, please. So ultimately, visualizing a theme in the photo contest is about using your creativity and technical skills. I know all of you, especially the more established camera clubs, have this in their bylaws or at least mission. No? Yung paggamit ng creativity, technical skills, in order to convey a message or idea clearly and compellingly through your photographs. So it's an opportunity to showcase a unique perspective and storytelling ability within the context provided by the contest theme. So here are some of the tips no? In visualizing themes. Number one, of course, understanding the theme. Ito very ambiguous dahil nga yung theme natin can be related to Filipino culture or Filipino customs, but also can be related to other themes, more abstract or more creative themes. So in understanding the theme, Ms. Gia mentioned earlier yung rules natin and the guidelines. Read the contest guidelines carefully to grasp the theme's essence. It could be literal or it can be conceptual. Next is interpretation. So you can think creatively about how to interpret the theme. You might take a straightforward approach or choose a more abstract or symbolic representation. And then composition and the photographic language, I leave it up to you. I know all of you are experts in this and pushing the boundaries of photography. Actually, just as a side note, photo clubs in the Philippines is actually one of the parang established forms of kumbaga, nasa photo clubs ang history ng Philippine photography. Hindi pa lang yun na-established in terms of academic research, pero dahil bago nagsimula yung mga organizations no, in photography, the photo clubs have already existed. in different parts of the Philippines. So all of you hold bits and pieces of Philippine history. So in interpretation, pwede natin magamit yan. Last is emotion and storytelling. So the photos that evoke strong emotions or tell a compelling story related to the theme often stand out. Consider how your image communicates with viewers on an emotional level. Next is technical excellence. Again, I don't have to elaborate much on this, but to ensure your photo is technically sound, sharp focus, proper exposure, and suitable depth of field to present your subject in the best possible light. Originality. Judges often participate in unique and innovative interpretations of the theme. So hindi pa na-announce yung judges this year. Even I myself don't know who the panel of judges are. But just as a guide, yun nga, avoid cliches unless you can offer a fresh perspective on a specific image. Next is relevance. The image should clearly connect with the theme. Avoid submitting photos that are only tangibly related or require extensive explanation to link to the theme. Next is impact. A strong visual impact can make your photo memorable. Consider how your image will catch the eye and linger in the minds of the judges. And lastly, I think ito yung pinaka-importanting part of at least my presentation, yung editing. So if post-processing is allowed, use it judiciously to enhance your photo without overshadowing its authenticity or straying from the theme. So I'll discuss the idea of editing more, but as an introduction, yung manipulation, a manipulated photograph refers to an image that has been altered or edited from its original form using various techniques and tools. The extent of manipulation can range from subtle adjustments to extensive alterations that significantly change the appearance or content of the photograph. Here are some of the common forms of photo manipulation. So I did mention this kasi yung experience namin last year when selecting the winners. Towards the end of the judging process, meron mga na-disqualify dahil sa specific alterations that we figure out. So this year, hopefully, before you submit, maiwasan na natin to para hindi naman sayang yung submissions ninyo. So ito yung manipulation guidelines. Number 1, basic adjustments. This includes simple edits like adjusting brightness, contrast, color balance, and cropping to enhance the overall appearance of the photo without changing its fundamental content. Next is composite images, combining multiple images or elements from different sources to create a new composition. This could involve adding or removing objects, people, or backgrounds to achieve a desired effect or narrative. Next is digital painting, using software tools to paint or draw directly to the photograph, create artistic effects and or imperfections. And last is special effects, applying filters, textures, or overlays to change the mood of the photograph, and this can range from subtle effects to dramatic transformations. Next is manipulated reality. So creating scenes or situations that does not exist in reality by digitally altering elements within the photograph. This includes surreal or fantasy-themed manipulations. Next is content alteration. Changing elements within the photograph to convey a different story or message that was originally captured. This could involve adding or removing people, objects, and or details. And last is a very recent addition, digital enhancement and AI generation. So using advanced editing techniques and AI programs to improve the quality of the photograph beyond what is possible with traditional darkroom methods, and or adding or removing elements in the photograph may be disqualified. However, the use of smart tools or AI-powered enhancement tools is possible within the contest rules as long as these tools do not lead to significant changes to the image as a whole. Introduce new information to the image, nor remove information from the image that was captured by the camera. And lastly, some examples of tools where limited usage may be allowed. For example, denoise. For those of you who uses third-party apps or Photoshop plugins katulad ng denoise, pwede yan as long as, yun nga, hindi na-alter yung original image. No? These are permitted up to a certain extent, which is to be determined by the contest organization and the jury. Tools that may breach the contest rules are all AI-powered enlarging tools such as Adobe Super Resolution and Topaz Photo AI. These tools are based on generative AI models that introduce new information to enlarge or sharpen the images. So kung may question tayo about this, we can talk about it after the presentation. Kasi I know some of you might be using it already, but you don't know that it alters the original content of the image. And lastly, dahil sa promotion nga, dahil sa mission ng JTI for this photo competition, we still stick by the integrity of the image or yung authenticity. Authenticity in photography is about capturing moments or subjects in a way that is genuine, heartfelt, and reflective of your own unique perspective. So when you can connect emotionally with your subject matter and effectively convey that through photographs, you're likely to produce compelling entries for any platform. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. And then we call back Ms. Faith Contihar. So we're gonna open the floor now to for questions for Q&A. So is there anybody who already asked a question that they would like to ask either VJ or Ms. Faith? In terms of the competition, sir.
Please identify yourself and your photo club before you ask a question, please.
Good morning. My name is Gene Montes from Alpha Camera Club.
Hi, Jane.
Our concern is dun sa members, participant na in-endorse lang ng isang affiliate organization. For example, hindi namin siya member, tapos gusto niya sumali, in-endorse namin siya. If he wins, does the Camera Club who endorsed him will get the cash prize also for the club?
Are you sounding yes?
We will endorse the
I hope that encourages people to accept our requests for recommendation.
So we will endorse 100 photographers.
The goal to add lang to this space answer lang. The goal lang of that is maybe some photographers, especially those who are starting out or maybe doesn't have the time to engage in the specific club, are looking for representations. So kunyari kakilala ninyo, tapos maybe join you in a photo walk or in a photo project, pero hindi pa siya full member. Yun yung isa sa mga pwede natin i-consider. Yeah, especially those. I think those are considered to be parang mas closely na to the club, di ba? Pero kunyari kaibigan lang that joined one of your projects or photo walks or something, pwede rin i-endorse.
So, sir, prerogative naman po din yun yung club and who you would like to endorse, and you have to sign, somebody will have to sign it so that it's authentic in terms of official yung endorsement.
And there's a slight accountability attached to it because you also have to make sure that the participant is 18 and above. So, there. So, those are the things. Yeah.
Yes. Importante, bawal ang minor. Yes. Is there anybody who would also want to ask any question? Malapit po ako sa inyo.
Gentleman in yellow at the back, would you like to ask a question?
There.
The lady.
Are there specifications as the gear that will be used? Drones or point and shoots, SLR, and everything?
It's PG.
Wala naman ma'am. Any digital or analog photographic device that can capture the image. Any. As long as, yun nga, it adheres, kaya the last part of my presentation was about manipulation. As long as it adheres to the contest competition. Open po yan for everyone.
Hi, good morning. I'm Earl from Focus Bulacan. So, question ko lang is, kailangan ba namin ng consent form if ever may yung subject, ay part ng composition or ng photo is moderates.
Yes, and there's a form for that as well, which they can find on the website. Yes.
So basically po, it's understood po that if you have a model that may permission naman siya, that they know that they're being used for the photograph. Kasi syempre, we're also making sure that the data privacy, security, especially. Ayun, sige sir. We'll definitely come back to you on that. Kasi if yun nga, kasi since it's from January 2022 to August 2024, in case Ms. Faith that the person in the photograph, kasi parang from like a year or 2 years ago,
the subject can no longer be traced. You mean
contacted.
When we shoot sometimes, hindi naman namin pinapaalam sa mga subject na sinubulan namin yan. Minsan documentary type. So we don't usually carry the model release. Paano kung yung entry namin was shot in 2022 pa namin hahanapin tao?
Thank you, sir. Actually, isang perspective dyan is yung public space nga. So kung nakunan siya in a public space, as long as you know that you are in a public, basically public space, it's possible that hindi na kailangan ng model release. But once you enter a private space, bahay nila, kahit hindi niyo po kakilala, bahay or institution, basta nasa loob siya ng private space, we may have to ask them to sign. Or babalikan namin kayo about it kasi baka may work around it na kung hindi niyo na mahanap yung subject, baka the club, president, or whoever can sign another waiver. I will get back to you on that.
We're noting that. Thank you for raising that. We're noting that, and we'll definitely circle back with an answer. Thank you. Other questions, please.
Questions? Okay, I have a question. Una. Ms. Faith, because you also explained earlier, the new awards that we're introducing this year, how are those awards different? Or how does this Sinig Larawan this year differ from last year?
So definitely in determining the categories for this year, we definitely took off from the learnings that we gathered from last year's successful photo contest. So we saw from last year, there was, as our general manager mentioned on the video which you watched earlier, they really had a difficult time filtering or screening through the entries because there were a lot of really good entries. And we saw that aside from just naming a grand prize winner and a first runner-up, we felt that it merits, because of the very wonderful entries that we've gotten, it merits to add another runner-up. So that's why for this year there's grand prize, first runner-up, and second runner-up. And we also saw that with all the entries that have come from the other regions, from Visayas and from Mindanao, we saw a lot of very talented photographers as well through their photo entries. We said that it's good if we would have a more focused category, just so we are able to give that opportunity for those photographers to be recognized. So that's why we have the Region Awards. So we would have one for Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and one for Metro Manila. So definitely, it's a matter of us expanding the territories so it's really expanding and adding more opportunities for more photographers to be recognized for their talent.
Question lang. With regard to the regional awards or even in general, question ko lang, if the photos was taken somewhere in Visayas, especially from Manila, where would that category be? Would it be based on that Manila? So even if it's in, the shoot was done in Visayas or Mindanao, it would be based on where the photographer
is based. Thank you.
For the submission of the photos, do you require any maximum or minimum size, resolution, and Yung mga ganong details.
It was listed in the website na 5 MB, 4,000 at 300 dpi. But we highly encourage the larger files, most especially if you get selected to be parang shortlisted. Kasi they will print the photographs for an exhibition and also for a book later on. Sorry. No, walang orientation. Horizontal and landscape or portrait is fine. Aspect ratio, no. So far, no limitation. So it can be panoramic as long as it fits the dimensions.
Good noon. I'm Alan Peter Cinco of Pan News Asia. With regards to watermarks, is it allowed or just plain? Okay, thank you.
So, sorry, no watermarks, please, because the judging will be blind usually. For the first 2 rounds, it's blind judging. So we don't get the names or locations of the photographers. The merit is solely on the aesthetic value of each photograph.
And then VJ, there's no naman, diba? You can do black and white, you can do color photography, so that's also pwede po.
Correct. Again, as long as it the manipulation criteria.
Yeah. So maybe that's what we can. Do you have anything further to discuss on like the limitations in terms of like when you manipulate the photo? What is considered okay versus what is considered not okay?
Yung last part nung dun sa manipulation na slide ko kanina, no, yung AI-powered tools ng Photoshop. What it usually does is when you repair kunyari an image, kunyari you want to make it a little bit lighter, the new AI-powered tools actually adds images coming from the internet. So dinadagdagan niya. So kunyari yung one photograph, you want to make it sharper. Instead of sharpening it the old way, in the old Photoshop models, the new Photoshop gets information from the internet. Tapos tinatapal nito. And that's basically how I understand it. So, for mechanics' sake, I guess any manipulation that you do still fits the traditional ways of adjusting an image, cropping, color balance, and so on, converting to black and white, as long as wala rin nawawalang details from the photograph na nag-iiba yung message, right? Again, medyo blurry din yung line na yan, but then if you have questions, we're always willing naman to answer.
Okay, I have another question from Ms. Faith also and DJ. Since we already said that eligibility for photographers, bawal po ang minors, but when it comes to the photos itself, is that allowed to have minors in the photographs?
No. So we're very strict about that. We don't want to feature any photos that would show minors, children. So that's also one aspect that we're very strict about. So thank you for bringing that up so we can clarify.
Yeah, if you want po, you see, it's all in the website, the contest mechanics, the limitations or restrictions, nandun naman po siya lahat. So if you want to review it further, it's definitely in the website and in the contest mechanics tab. You can look through that. Anybody else po who has a specific question? VJ, I'd like to ask, since we want to encourage more photographers to join the contest, what kind of, how important or what sort of value does it bring to photographers to win contests like Sinagarawan 2020?
Apart from the club programs, photo clubs, I'm quite familiar with some of them. Joining photo competitions, either local or international, I think gives the photographer a good creative exercise and creative pursuit to actually hone your visual voice or your language or yung style na tinatawag. But apart from that, I guess some of you here, if not all of the clubs, have the mission of actually representing not only their skill as photographers, but also their way of telling stories from different parts of the Philippines. So that's another aspect that they can actually be proud of. In not only in joining, but also if they win, of course, the competitions.
And we're also very much like super appreciative of how photographers like you guys have really captured how Filipinos are, like the identity and all of our culture and traditions. So, the last question na po ako. Ay, marami pa pala. Okay lang.
Sir, you are aware of the grand winner for IPA? The one with the nagsusugal.
Sorry.
It was staged in a studio. So, do we have restrictions as to stage photos? Like we could have actors to act? Conceptualized. Scripted. Is it allowed? For example, we go to a community in Ifugao and they are not in their traditional clothes and we want them to dress up like Igorots, actual scenes of making something. Would it be accepted?
Sa rules po, walang nakalagay if it is allowed or not. Pero syempre, nasa jurisdiction ng jury. In terms of if it will be sort of ethical, no? For example, yun nga, sinasabi niyo, for example, for the Igorots, to actually make them dress up and make them pose, no? I guess it depends on the intention of the photographer, and also what are you trying to convey. If it fits the theme, if it is, I would say, ethically aligned, no, with the sensibilities of the jury. Kasi hindi lang naman din, iilan yung nag-decide. It's actually a jury.
And to add to that as well, of course, we're not saying it's a candid photo. It's not a candid photo contest. So definitely, it would depend on the narrative that you want to attach to the photos. That's why in the entry form, we're already asking for you to give a brief description of the photo that's being entered. Now, in that description, you will have to be very transparent in terms of what the story is for the photo. So if it's a post or it's a post photo, you cannot very well say that, you know, but by some sort of circumstance, you're able to capture that by coincidence. So you'll have to say that this is something because we're bringing out, we're showing this particular aspect of this community's heritage or something. So then I think that brings a sense of authenticity to it. So, which is of course, which will definitely be considered. So again, yes, another question.
I have some questions.
Hi, I'm Axel from Olympian.
Hello there.
Kasi kanyari lang shoot kami ng raw. Kasi edit namin mismo sa camera. Alam mo yun? From raw, tapos din camera.
Yeah, I think that's allowed. Wala namang limitations doon. As long as it is processed the ways of in the traditional darkroom or even in the digital darkroom. As long as wala ring alterations in the image itself. If you're processing in camera, then that's okay. If you feel that enough na yan and to submit, then that's okay.
Next question lang. May naman mga filter from
yeah, it's the same. I think you're allowed to use any props or filters in camera. Yeah.
I'm Bert Briones from Tropang Artistiko. Tulad na nasabi niya, pwede ba raw i-edit sa camera? Di ba mayroon mga camera na multi-exposure? Do you allow multi-exposure?
For multi
in the camera.
In the camera, wala rin nakalagay if no or ano. Pero as per the rules, single image photographs are allowed. Pero kasi dahil, yun nga, the reason for this roadshow also, each photographer now has only one entry, is allowed an entry. So, baka medyo risky pag sabihin ng ibang judges ay hindi siya. But I do understand where you're coming from. I myself do the multiple exposure.
Lalo na pagkagabi. Walang buwan, lalagay mo yung buwan doon sa
Yes, that's true.
It's a great opportunity to ask your questions. So if you have hope, kasi after this, you probably to email us about it. Anybody else? Okay, before meron pa, but Ms. Faith, just to have this one last question to close off our Q&A, I just also want to ask how JTI is, further supporting photography in the Philippines.
Okay, so thank you, Gia. So one of the pillars, we have 3 pillars that we support under community investment in JTI Philippines. So that's people, environment, and arts and culture. So photography falling under arts and culture, that's something that's very close to our hearts. That's why we have Sinagarawan Photo Contest. So aside from this contest, we're also just to show just how serious we are with our commitment to support this particular art form. We are currently supporting Photomoto with their atelier series. So they have this atelier series happening currently. So these are photo exhibits happening in different parts of the country. And these photo exhibits are always tailgated, or they combine it with a free workshop that allows members of the community and something that's very important to us, even this members of disadvantaged communities who would like to pursue a career in photography. So through the free workshops, they're actually able to consult with the iconic photographers of the Philippines, the likes of VJ, Jason Kibilanus here with us today, the likes of Tom Epperson, Neil Oshima, thank you. So those things, so they really had, I've gone to the workshops in Cebu, in Bacolod, and it was really heartening to see young but older than 18. So to see, these very passionate photographers, so excited to attend the workshop, listening to the talks, for instance, given by Vijay about how to develop their portfolios, and then later on, they really even spend time with the photographers, so bringing their own photo albums, and some, because most are coming from disadvantaged communities, they come with those albums given for free by the photo shops. And they're so proud of the work that they've done, and so proud to show it to the photographers, and seeking, some more tips and direction and guidance from these photographers. So those, ladies and gentlemen, is really one of the important ways that JTI Philippines is supporting photography.
Very good.